According to the arrest report, around 3 a.m. Saturday, Doherty positioned himself in the middle of the street in the entertainment district.
We challenge y'all to a duel. Come on.
Miami Beach police say he repeatedly refused to follow officers' commands.
Jack Doherty just got arrested in Miami, and honestly, no one is surprised at all. Like if anything, people are celebrating that he's finally facing some consequences. Jack was literally flexing on a yacht just hours before getting arrested, and then boom, mugsh, shot and felony charges. And let me tell you, when you hear what led to this arrest and everything that's been building up to this moment, you're going to understand why nobody's rushing to his defense. On November 15th, 2025, Jack Doherty, the 22-year-old YouTuber with around 15 million subscribers, was arrested in Miami Beach facing 1 felony charge and 2 misdemeanors. Around 3:12 in the morning, Jack was literally standing in the middle of a
What? Park this way. Alright, after I hit this hand. Bro, you're about to go to jail. Huh?
He was apparently finishing some kind of challenge for his live stream audience, and just expected the cops to wait around while he got his content. The officers were not having it. After repeatedly warning him that he'd be arrested if he didn't comply, they detained him outside a smoke shop. And this is where things got way more serious. When they searched him before putting him in the police car, which is standard procedure during any arrest, they allegedly found something pretty damning. Allegedly, half of an orange pill that's believed to be a Schedule II amphetamine and multiple hand-rolled cannabis joints. Just like that, what started as a traffic obstruction turned into 3 criminal charges. Possession of a controlled substance, which is a felony. Possession of 20 grams or less of cannabis, which is a misdemeanor, and resisting an officer without violence, another misdemeanor. And let me tell you, Miami Beach officials were not impressed by his follower count at all. Commissioner Joe Magazine went absolutely viral, calling Jack an entitled little head and making it super clear that influencers need to respect the city, the cops, and the laws just like everyone else. The message could not have been clearer. Your social media fame means absolutely nothing here. But here's the thing. To really understand why the internet is basically throwing a party over this arrest, you need to look at everything Jack's been doing for years. Because this wasn't just one bad decision on one wild night. Jack built his entire career on chaos. And I'm not talking about the fun, harmless kind of chaos where everyone's laughing and having a good time. I'm talking about the kind where he harasses people until they snap, then films their reaction like it's peak entertainment. His whole brand is being a public nuisance for views and clout. In his early days, Jack did light-hearted pranks, like going trick-or-treating the day after Halloween, silly stuff that got views without actually hurting anyone. But as his channel grew, he went from harmless pranks to full-blown public disturbances, getting kicked out of stores for messing with displays, shutting off the lights at Walmart. Claimed his banned from Walmart across the country, and his made whole videos about going back to locations he says he's banned from. But it gets worse. His pranks evolved into straight-up harassment. He'd approach random strangers on the street during live streams, deliberately antagonize them, and film their reactions. And when things would escalate, his bodyguard would step in to handle any real danger, while Jack stayed safely behind the camera, running his mouth turning his streams into these spectacles that were just hard to watch. And while all this controversy was building his online persona, it didn't always work in his favor. Commentary channels documented that on January 7, 2024, Jack got a 24-hour kick ban after asking a girl to expose herself on stream. A few days later, a few creators who were criticizing him said that he falsely copyright claimed their videos, allegedly trying to silence them and make money off their content. But up until this point, Jack had barely faced any real consequences for his behavior. That was all about to change. On February 21, 2024, a personal injury lawsuit was filed against Jack and his bodyguard, Justin Gosley. And the details in this lawsuit are pretty intense. The document alleged that on October 28, 2023, at a Halloween party, the plaintiff was outside talking to Jack and his bodyguard. At one point, the bodyguard asked Jack, "What are we doing?" And Jack responded, "We're going to fight us. 2 versus you 2. All right, go." He literally gestured that he and his bodyguard were going to fight this guy and his friend. Moments later, the bodyguard allegedly attacked the plaintiff, sending him to the ground and causing serious injuries. And Jack allegedly posted the whole thing on Twitter and continued to profit from the views while this guy was dealing with his injuries. The lawsuit highlighted something really important. It seems to show a pattern of Jack filming himself, antagonizing members of the public, then having his security guards intimidate and attack them if they react. The documents allegedly included links to various other altercations, proving this wasn't a one-time thing. While that case is still going through the courts, the fact that it exists at all could encourage other people he's terrorized to come forward with their own lawsuits. And given how many people he's harassed on stream, that's a lot of potential legal trouble. With each passing day, more people were turning against Jack. And then his inner circle started speaking out. On March 30, 2024, 2 of Jack's former friends and a former employee collaborated on a video called "Jack Doherty Must Be Stopped." These were people who knew him personally, who lived with him, who worked with him, and they were not holding back. Ricky and Nick explained that they met Jack back in 2017, when they were all starting to blow up on YouTube. They became friends, filmed videos together, and even moved into a house together in 2021. Matthew, who worked with Jack from 3 million subscribers all the way to 10 million, joined them to share what he witnessed behind the scenes. In the video, they said Jack uses substances, surrounds himself with people who secretly hate him and cares more about profits than actual human connection. Matthew revealed that Jack's own brother says all the time that the only thing Jack thinks about is money, and everyone on the team would privately complain about hating their job, but feeling like they had no other options. They also called out how Jack allegedly promotes adult content to his young audience.
Most of his viewers are literal kids, but he has multiple girls signed to his agency, where he takes the majority of their income, pays them small salaries, and promotes their OnlyFans through his platforms. Allegedly, like kids who subscribe for prank videos are now seeing him push explicit content. Even more concerning were the personal details they shared. His former friends claimed Jack used to shoplift when they lived together. He allegedly would open boxes of food in grocery stores, eat the contents, and leave empty packaging on shelves for workers to clean up. When they tried to talk to him about it, he'd just brush them off. They also said he allegedly would scan only one item out of 5 at self-checkout, essentially stealing repeatedly. Despite all their criticism, his former friends said they genuinely wanted to help him, but Jack's response to all the feedback was to dismiss it as hate rather than people trying to help. Another former associate named Norway accused Jack of housing a minor at his residence. He claimed that a 17-year-old girl was at the house and that Jack didn't kick her out when he was told about it. Jack defended himself on Twitter, saying the minor was invited by someone else and was kicked out immediately when he found out. But here's the thing, Norway wasn't the only one making these kinds of accusations. Neon had brought up similar allegations months earlier, claiming Jack gets 17-year-old girls the night before their birthday, takes them on expensive yachts, gets them intoxicated, and has them sign contracts giving him half their earnings. And going back even further to December 2023, Natalie Reynolds made similar claims on Twitter about Jack waiting for a girl's birthday to get her intoxicated and sign a contract on a yacht. Now, none of these allegations have been proven in court, so we have to be clear about that.